They got the vibes wrong. Everything is backwards. You got a situation now where back in the day, Spider-Man used to mean something. It used to be ideals you could look at, apply to your own life, and encourage you to do hard things, difficult things that you know you need to do. But nowadays, in the 2020s, they got Spider-Man cartoons where everything is just a joke. It don't have the same meaning it used to have. So even though it's the same comic, it's the same characters, it's the same costume, it's a totally different vibe. So you got people walking away from the same TV show that used to inspire so many. Add to the degradation of the society. Because everything is just a joke now. Everything is just a game now. If I told you a tornado was coming, and that was a real report, depending on your background and where your frame of mind is, will directly affect how you deal with that information. The information is still the information, but depending on where your frame of mind is, depending on what you do with that information. Okay, it gets deeper. It gets deeper. There was a tornado that came in this area on the East Coast, and there was a tornado that came in this area in Virginia, and I didn't take it that serious. And that tornado actually damaged some things and messed stuff up. In the Midwest, if there was a tornado warning, and people are used to seeing tornadoes and the impact that it had on the community, they take that warning more serious. You see what I'm saying? So what I learned is that just because I give people the information that they need to have, doesn't mean their mind is in a geographical location to be able to take in that information and apply it to their lives and do something with it. Okay? So that brings us to a bigger problem. That brings us to a different problem. Okay? Even if I were to get on this channel and give you perfect information to help you change your life, it still ain't enough to get you where you need to go. I'm gonna address the problem. Watch this. What's happened is, there's been a shift over time. There's been a shift in the culture worldwide. With the introduction of the internet and social media, you have multiple platforms for so many people to be able to get information out. And before, there was more of a filtering system, and it was what the quality of information. The quality of information is what determined whether it was trusted or not, or at least it had to have the appearance of quality of information. But nowadays, you got so many people popping up claiming to be experts that you see a whole bunch of people just getting stuff out there. And so what they're doing is this. What they're doing is it's become a game about emotions. Because nowadays what people profit off, including news reports and everything like that, they profit off attention. Because if they can get your attention and keep your attention, then they can sell advertisements or get votes into office, all based on attention. If they can get your attention, then they can get you looking at them, then they can reform your mind. And that's what's happened to a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people, content creators, media producers, so on and so forth, have started producing things, short videos, long videos, movies, so on and so forth, to where it's designed to catch your attention and keep your attention. And so when you have so many people that's hooked on all this attention stuff, now you got a whole bunch of media addicts. And you got a whole bunch of media addicts in which it's not just the media itself that's the problem, but how their mind is being reframed and reformed as a result of being addicted to the media. And what it does to their mind is beyond the effect of the actual drug itself, just like the crackhead. The crackhead does things with his money and resources, even if he doesn't have the crack. He does things based on impulse and getting his fix in the moment. So even if you get the crack out of his system, his mind has to be reformed again so he can have the best functioning life, so he can do what he's supposed to do. And that's what I'm here to show you today. We got apathy, carelessness, irreverence, all woven within the content, turn people's minds in the bush to a situation where they can't pay attention for 5 minutes. The 5 minutes that it would take to do a thorough analysis on something to make sure they understand both sides of an idea. People can't take the time to be able to do that, to understand the gravity of a situation. So their minds effectively, a lot of people effectively, their minds gotta be cleansed. Their minds gotta be cleansed. And I had to go through something myself where I had to do some of these things for myself. And when I talk about a person's mind being clean and a mind being dirty, I'm not even talking about stuff that's inappropriate. I found myself in a situation where my thoughts started to get fragmented because there was just so much in the algorithms getting my attention. 30-second clips of the algorithm sending you stuff that you already clicked on before, so it send it back to you because it know you liked it before. Then more advertisements, get more viewership. They hijack your emotions. They get you addicted to it. So when you have your own thoughts or you have your own agenda of what you need to do, as soon as you look at your phone and scroll, you look up there, you down there for 15 minutes. You take in enough of this content that don't have anything to do with your path or what you're supposed to be doing. They done hijack your emotions, and just like an addict that drink too much alcohol or do too much crack or do too much of a certain drug, you addicted to this media and you're not doing what you're supposed to do in your life. You leaving your responsibilities behind because you're so addicted to the content that they trying to put out. And a lot of content creators, they take advantage of this. They hack you so they can continue to use you to give them more likes, subscribes, and attention viewership. So the mind has to be cleansed. So I had to create a whole new type of content to help you clean your mind, to give you the right vibes. The vibes that help you be what you're supposed to be. Because the information ain't enough, you gotta have the right vibes. You gotta be viewing the right stuff. You gotta have enough. You gotta be able to speak to your subconscious mind. So that in these moments of pressure, when you're not at work, when you're not at your job, when nobody in your ear telling you what you're supposed to do, you innately respond how you're supposed to respond because you're feeding your subconscious the good stuff. I gotta give you content to speak to your subconscious, not just the conscious. Because if I give you words, but you eating up all this other content that's taking up your time and distracting you and causing you to be fragmented, even if I tell you something and you believe it, you can't follow it or do nothing with it to get you the way you're supposed to be. So now I'm not saying I'm the only one out here that has the ability to do this. Maybe other people can look at this and be inspired and do something similar. But it's a situation where I'm not saying I'm the only one that can do it, but I'm the one that see a problem, so I gotta get to working. So that's why we need to work on cleaning our minds. So I'm gonna put out content, mind cleansing content, to be able to help you do that. Restore yourself to your right mind, so you can get off this addict mentality of being hijacked with your emotions, fragmented in your thoughts, not remembering what you're supposed to remember because you're so cluttered with content creators that's complaining and putting stuff out there so they can make sure you're looking at what they're looking at. That's why we're doing this mind cleansing thing. That's why we're doing this mind cleaning. Thank y'all for watching this. Stay tuned. It's gonna be more to follow. Take care.